We are live, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Pardon the raspiness of my voice.
hmm
All right, I can see that we're live
Yep.
on LinkedIn, and we're also live on Facebook too, as well in the 1% CEOs group. If you guys are chiming in, make sure to drop a comment. If you're chiming in, make sure to drop a comment. That's a StreamYard thing. We can't see you unless you drop a comment, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely.
And also show us some love too, as well. That helps out with the algorithm on both platforms. A lot of people don't know that, but it's true.
hmm
Oh, okay. This particular, okay. So we have a comment from Jay. He said he's not going to be able to make the live stream tonight, but he said he was asking for the replay. Yes, Jay, there is going to be a replay tonight. Feel free to catch it um, later on this evening or tomorrow.
Yeah.
But again, ladies and gentlemen, if you happen on in any platform that you're on, drop a comment. Please drop a comment so we know that y'all are chiming in. Drop a comment. Drop a comment. Say hi. Say where you from. Live on Facebook too as well.
Yep.
I tagged everyone in the group. If y'all are chiming in, drop a comment. If you're chiming in, drop a comment, please. No matter what platform you're on. If you're on Facebook or if you're on LinkedIn, whatever platform you're on, drop a comment. Let us know if you're tuning in because I actually see y'all. Ah, okay. Okay. We got a LinkedIn one. All
All right.
right. I see on my phone. I know that you have to grant permission at times with StreamYard. It happens that way. But I see Coach Clement said that they're chiming in from Ohio. Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. Awesome stuff. Well, guys, I like to keep the time in perspective now. We don't play when it comes to time. So,
hmm
guys, thank you for hopping on. Thank everybody for tuning in on the LinkedIn platform as well as on in the Facebook group, the 1% CEOs group. So, Gerald, just tell the audience a little bit about what we're trying to accomplish when on various different things that we got going on. Just let the audience know like what we're trying to accomplish on this live stream tonight.
Yeah. So pretty much here on the live stream this evening, yeah, we're gonna actually discuss some things in reference to the difference between starting off growing your business from an organic approach to get into paid advertising. That's pretty much what we're going to get into this evening. I know I speak to certain even potential clients for our business, to even some of those that become clients who tell me at times that they have ran paid advertising and they haven't really seen much of ROI from it. And at times feels like they're just like burning through money when it comes to paid advertising. And so we just want to talk about pretty much this evening a little bit about the different stages of growth in terms of your business when it comes to leveraging organic to even getting into paid media when it comes to your business. So that's pretty much what we're going to discuss this evening. And
Awesome
welcome to
stuff.
everyone that's hopping on.
Yeah, I see a lot of people hopping on LinkedIn. Guys, welcome. Dating in Atlanta, welcome. I see you
Welcome.
on. I see you on. Welcome. Awesome stuff. So, guys, I'm actually curious for those who are tuning into this live stream or potentially watching this replay after we get off this live stream, who has actually ran ads? That's what I want to know. Have any of you guys actually ran ads, paid ads? And it could be on
Yeah,
any platform.
yeah.
Facebook, Instagram. YouTube, Google ads. Has anybody ran ads before? Drop a comment in the chat. I know some of you guys may be dropping and doing other things, multitasking, but if you ran ads before, drop a comment in the chat and saying like, "Oh yeah, I've ran ads before." I'm just curious to know if you ran ads before. But if not, that's okay. Of course, you might have not ran ads before, but that's okay too. So just I know that you come across that question all the time. That's the reason why we really wanted to put this live stream together to educate people on various different other ways versus ads. So can you share a little bit about like the differences? Because I think a lot of entrepreneurs really don't know the differences between the two. Can you
Yeah.
share a little bit about that?
Yeah. So when it comes to growing your business organically, typically is through leveraging other people's audiences and or getting some of those people in other audiences to actually become part of your audience. I have not needed ads. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So it typically comes down to, like I say, from an organic standpoint, you actually being able to grow an audience, and it can start off by leveraging other people's audience and getting them to come over to your audience, or even just growing your own audience, right? In whichever way you may go about doing that. But it's typically without having to spend money on a platform to be able to get more reach. That's typically what an organic approach is from, what it is. And so there's different ways, of course, you could grow your business organically, especially online these days. For one, like I was just saying, you can start off by leveraging other people's audiences. So say, for instance, um, you are on LinkedIn and you're a part of LinkedIn groups and communities over here where people that you potentially maybe could form strategic partnerships with, or even your ideal clients may be in those groups and communities. If you are in those communities, or if you join those communities, you could go into those communities, and instead of going in there with the intent to promote, you could go in and drop educational, valuable content in there. So for instance, let's say, I'm just throwing this out there, let's say you were into financial services, just using that as an example. Like financial services, of course, comes with a lot of different things. You could be a financial advisor, you could be into insurance, you could be in taxes, bookkeeping, helping people get funding. But let's just say you were a financial advisor, just throwing that out there. You could join groups where people who are looking for more advice in terms of financial advisement are. You could join those groups and go in those groups and drop valuable educational content in there in reference to financial literacy. And it can be through postings, it can be through video, what have you, or just go in as well and join in on the conversations that's already happening in the group and position yourself as a trusted advisor and authority in terms of your space. And what'll happen at times is some of those people will come over and want to connect with you on LinkedIn. And you can do the same thing if you're watching this on Facebook. It's the same thing when it comes to Facebook groups and communities as well. It's the same thing. So that's a way you actually can start to grow your audience organically. You're not necessarily spending any money on paid media. You're just coming into the group or community to be of added value and position yourself as an authority in your space, and people want to connect with you. So you start to grow an audience. You even have people, if you're sharing real great valuable information, and also, like I said, sharing resources and things of that nature, and just joining in on the conversations to help people in the group, by people going over and connecting with you, you'll start to grow this organic audience who wants to follow you and even learn more from you. And once they actually come into your actual network, whether that's sending you a connection request on LinkedIn or Facebook, friend request on Facebook, they now come into your friends list, or in terms of your followers list on LinkedIn. Now, of course, you want to continue to add value to those people on your personal page with content in whatever form that may be. That could be through, like I just said, same thing with the groups. That could be through educational content in terms of video content, just postings as a whole, sharing stories or sharing tips and advice as well that people can relate to or learn from. And that's how you pretty much, like I said, just can become a trusted authority in your space. And then at times you will have those people that are not following you on your personal page want to reach out to you in the inbox or the DM or what have you and want to learn more on how you could potentially maybe help them. And then from there, of course, you go on and schedule a call. That's all organic. No money being spent on paid advertising at all. Now, it could take a little time at times to create content. It can take some time, but yeah, it's no financial resources involved with what I just shared. So that's an organic approach.
Gotcha.
So I see someone just put facts.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody just put facts on that was Coach Clement on LinkedIn. They said facts.
Yeah,
Welcome. Somebody joined from Facebook too as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
absolutely.
Welcome from
And
Atlanta,
like
Georgia.
if you're on Facebook, as those people may send you a friend request, if you was listening to what I was just saying, is people in someone else's Facebook group may send you a friend request because they see all the valuable information that you're actually sharing in the group. For instance, if you were in health and wellness, you in the health and wellness group sharing health and wellness tips on nutrition, diet, workouts, things of that nature for people to get fit for 2024. And you sharing video content in there or sharing different posters in there that actually can help people. And you're not necessarily selling, giving CTAs, call to actions, things of that nature. You have people that just actually want to shoot you a friend request on Facebook, right? If you're over on Facebook, shoot you a friend request, want to follow you on your page. And from there, what I would recommend on Facebook, if you have, let's say your own Facebook group, your own group, have a background cover photo where on that background cover photo, you can have a statement of specifically who you serve, how you serve them. And you can say as well, if you want to learn more tips and strategies, let's say in terms of health and wellness or what have you, or how you can get fit in 2024, or whatever the case may be, click through this background cover photo and go and join my private Facebook group. And now they're coming to your Facebook group in terms of your particular ecosystem. And typically when people join Facebook groups these days, what do you have? You have membership questions. Through those membership questions, you can filter people on who you really want in your group, who you don't want in your group. But also as well, you can have the questions structured in a way where you actually generate leads and phone calls too and get clients. Okay. And like I say, this is all organic. All organic. It takes some time though, but no financial resources spent on that. Hope that's making sense so far. So I shared a little bit about LinkedIn, a little bit about Facebook, because I know we live on both platforms.
Right. And that leads into my next question. I know some people that are chiming in to this live stream tonight. They're chiming in on both platforms. How would one know what platform specifically their ideal client is hanging out at?
Yeah, you have to do some market research there. You definitely
Okay.
have to do some market research in terms of, like, for instance, if you really want to know if your ideal clients are on Facebook, then one way to do that is to see if it's Facebook groups and communities where you believe your ideal clients are hanging out at. Or are there Facebook pages that they may follow as well? And then on LinkedIn, you can do the same thing. Is there certain LinkedIn groups or communities on LinkedIn where your ideal clients would be at? You also can use the search box pretty much on Facebook and LinkedIn to see if your ideal clients will be on the platform. And then, of course, if you have a premium version of LinkedIn, you can always use Sales Navigator to search as well. Yeah.
I hope y'all got that. Because I know that somebody probably thinking it. They probably just didn't ask, like, how do I know where my ideal client is hanging out at? I wasn't the best somebody was thinking and they just asked, does that make sense, everybody? Does that make sense? Because I see y'all hanging on, so y'all must be getting some value. Does that make sense to everyone, no matter what platform you're on? Market research is everything.
Yeah. You just can think as well, like, specific keywords that might be correlated, of course, with your ideal clients. You can search for them at times in the search box on Facebook and even LinkedIn.
They said, no, it was great value. Appreciate it. See, I knew it. I knew y'all was getting it. Y'all getting it.
So
Y'all
those are
getting
some
it.
things that you can do. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So another thing as well is you can as well, in terms of an organic approach, because it's not just about just posting on social media. I tell people this all the time, because at times when I talk to business owners, they tell me they're just like posting on social media or just getting referrals, things of that nature to grow their business. And not saying there's anything wrong with those things. I mean, if you're making postings, you're adding value, you're educating your audience throughout the week, you're inspiring your audience. At times you may share a little lifestyle as well. You're engaging your audience, as well as sharing case studies, testimonials, results from clients. As long as you're doing those type of things through the week consistently on a week-by-week basis, that is great in terms of postings. At times, of course, it's just really about educating. It's really 90% adding value, 10% making offers. I tell people that all the time. So, all your posts, you don't have to be selling, but some of your posts you can make offers. And at times when you do make offers, the offers can be for them to maybe book a call with you. Or if you have an ebook or something, you may be giving away as a lead magnet or something like that. You can leverage that, or a case study video or something like that. What I will say though is, yes, you will get inbound leads from time to time, especially if you grow your audience. They really resonate with a lot of your postings. They're really learning from you. They're learning from your content. You start to build this tribe in this community, I would say. Yes, you will get inbound lead flow from time to time. But a lot of times, though, just posting is not the most consistent and predictable way to really generate quality leads and get clients. You can get them here and there, but it's not really the most consistent. So how can you be very consistent and predictable from organic without spending money on paid advertising? Well, what you can do is you can connect with people on the platforms. They made it so much easier these days to connect with people, because you can connect with literally almost anybody right within Facebook Messenger or in the LinkedIn inbox. Now, how do you go about doing this? Well, let's talk about Facebook first. So on Facebook, we have a strategy we use called OPT. Many of our clients use it as well. It's called leveraging other people's traffic. So you can find Facebook groups and communities where your ideal clients will be hanging out at. So for instance, if I was in, let's say, I just use it again. Let's just say I was in a financial literacy space. I will find Facebooks and groups and communities where they're talking about financial literacy. The groups where they actually don't mind you networking, because it is groups, communities where they don't mind you networking. Yes, you're going in there, you're going to add your valuable content in there around financial literacy. You're going to drop tips, resources, advice around financial literacy in the group. You're going to join in on conversations. Some people are going to go over and shoot you friend requests, want to follow you. They're going to start to consume your content on your personal page. If you have a Facebook group, they can end up in your Facebook group and start to receive valuable information in that group as well, and potentially can end up on a call with you and even maybe become a client. But here's the thing as well. If you want a more consistent and predictable way in terms of organic to keep your calendar full with quality appointments and get clients as well, is you can do what we call outreach. Long as, let's say you're in a Facebook group, it's a group where they don't mind you networking. So what you can do is, it's a couple of ways you can do this. One, you can manually outreach. Now, I did this in the beginning stages years ago of our company. I used to manually reach out to people. Charliette knows that. Here on this live stream, that's how we met years ago. It was manual outreach.
Yep.
And Charliette actually became a client of mine at first, and eventually went on to become part of the Rise of the 1% team years later and a partner in the company. It was all from an outreach message, and it was manual outreach.
Yep.
Okay. So I manually, genuinely connected with her and reached out. So that is a way you can do it. You can really manually reach out and connect with people. And it's not about selling people and spamming people's inbox. It's about creating conversations with people. Just building relationships, building rapport, being more interested in them than being interesting, and being genuinely interested. And a lot of times, too, it's good to go over on their page, engage on some of their posts, genuinely engage on some of their posts, and then engage in conversation. And as you go through the conversation, if it's any type of synergy where you potentially can add value to them, vice versa, then you just schedule a call. You can do the same thing on LinkedIn. Manually outreach as well over there. LinkedIn groups and communities where your ideal clients are hanging out at. You can join those LinkedIn groups and communities. As long as they don't have a problem with networking, you can do the same thing over there. Like I said, just make sure you're adding value to the group as well in terms of educational content. So if you were like an executive coach or something like that, and you join in a LinkedIn group and community centered around how to make executives better leaders or something like that, I'm just using this as an example. You would need to go into the group and provide resources and valuable content. It can be videos, posts, it can be articles on LinkedIn that educate those executives on how they can become more effective leaders and CEOs in their organizations. Also, though, if it's a group that doesn't mind you networking, I will send connection requests. Send a connection request to people in there. And as people accept the connection request, genuinely send them a connection message to connect. So name recognition is key. Comment and engage in support and raise awareness for you and the community you're looking to support. Absolutely, 100%. That's what I was just saying. 100%.
Excellent, Peter. So true.
So it's good at times to, like I said, if you send a connection request, yes, go over, engage on some of their posts, similar to what I just spoke on with Facebook. Definitely go through their page. Look at what they really got going on. You have to be genuinely interested in other people and what they got going on. Go over and engage on some of their stuff. And then, yes, you may choose to send a connection message that day, or you may wait. Right. That's fine. It's all dependent upon your instinct and how you want to move. But that's how you can do that.
That's value being dropped. Appreciate it.
That's how you can do that. And that's how you can make those connections, start to build relationships, people that you maybe can add value to, that you can help solve their problems. You can book them into calls, right? Or if it may be room for strategic partnership, you all can talk about that. But these are the things that you can do. Now, here's the thing here. manual outreach does take time. And the thing about it as well is manual outreach to me is more for like if you're not looking for volume of conversations, you're not looking for volume of appointments and clients. Now, if you're a business owner where you need like volume, let's say, of appointments consistently and predictably, and you want to do it through outreach, there is ways that you can automate outreach
Yeah.
these days. Okay. Now I talk about LinkedIn first because we have a system we use on LinkedIn. Now I'm gonna tell you all this. We have some of our clients we work with, they use our automated system, and some of them are using manual outreach as well. They're using both. They don't just do all automation. Okay. So that's what I will tell you. What I will tell you is there is some ways you can automate outreach, certain parts of it. So we actually with LinkedIn use the premium version of Sales Navigator. So what it does is it allows us to search up prospects based off specific keywords in their LinkedIn profile, whatever your degree of connection is to people, first degree connection, second degree, third degree. So first degree is typically who you're directly connected with. Second and third degree is typically mutual connections. And then, or you can search them up as well based off of industry they're in, geographical location. You can as well search them up as well based off of how many years of experience or how long they've been in business, company size in terms of employees, LinkedIn groups, communities, what they may identify themselves as in their organization, what they call themselves, things of that nature. You can search them up in Sales Navigator. You can even use the spotlight feature as well to actually identify who's posted in the last 30 days, all this type of stuff. That way you're not connecting with people that's barely on the platform. Okay.
Right.
So these are things that you actually can do. Okay, when it comes to Sales Navigator. So what we typically do if we are going to automate any type of outreach, typically we would take that list of those prospects, load them up into auto connection software that we use, proprietary to us, our organization. And what we do is we craft messages that can go out to prospects. They're very conversational. They're not spammy or salesy and all that type of stuff. They're conversational. And what we do is we have an auto connection software. Once we press go, it automates connection requests off the LinkedIn profile as people or businesses or what have you respond to the connection request. They automatically get a connection message, complete autopilot on automation. Once they respond, the automation stop. A human has to go in and have a real, genuine conversation and build some rapport and see if, of course, is any synergy there. And if so, transition the conversation from online to offline, typically to a 15-minute Zoom call, which is we call a connect call, typically. Okay. That's what we use in terms of LinkedIn. If you're looking to automate, like I said, some people prefer just to manually connect with people in the inbox. If that's your thing, that's your thing. And if you're not looking for volume, that's a route to go. But if you're looking for more volume of conversations daily and even appointments, then automation definitely can help with that and save you a whole lot more time than manually reaching out. But this is all organic. And all you need is Sales Navigator. Sales Navigator is $99 a month. Okay. The auto connection software we use is around $75 a month. And another thing as well, I'll answer that in just a second. Another thing as well is we also use a CRM with the automated system. So pretty much for those that don't respond to the connection message on LinkedIn, and then we also have follow-ups that go out for like 4 or 5 days if they're not responding on LinkedIn. What happens is the LinkedIn system is hooked up to a CRM, and so those people as well will get hit with email and SMS messages. If we choose SMS messages, they'll get hit with those as well. And typically we have conversations going on in email and SMS where conversations and relationships are built over there as well. And at times they lead to book calls if they're not responding on LinkedIn. So this is a whole entire ecosystem. It's not just LinkedIn by itself. Whole entire system. Yeah, that we use. Okay. So Peter says, what do you think about using AI? I'm finding the increase in sales connections coming in that are obviously written by AI and often mention information that doesn't apply to us.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah,
The messaging is off.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, then yeah, they're just not using AI the right way. Or at times, they're not targeting the right people.
Yeah.
That's what I would say there. And most of the times, it's the targeting.
Good
In
question
terms of
though.
my thoughts, in terms of my thoughts, though, to answer your question, I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with using AI. I just think if you're going to use it like to help with messaging and things of that nature, it needs to be actually in the voice of the person where the messages are coming from. It doesn't need to sound like it's AI or so robotic. I mean, AI to me is great for drawing like ideas from, I would say, but it's not good to just like use AI completely. Like I tell people this all the time that I even talk to who use like Chat GPT
That's true, Peter.
to write up postings. Like, and this is not even talking about messages. I actually even talk about this with people who use Chat GPT to write up like social media postings. I can tell a post that's been written by Chat GPT. Because I've studied copywriting for so many years myself, being in digital marketing, that I can tell when people are leveraging like Chat GPT for postings on social media or at times even messaging in terms of connections online as well. You could tell that it was written by Chat GPT at times. So I think if you're going to use it, there's nothing wrong with using it. But if you're going to use it, you need to still write things in your own voice. Still use a lot of your own verbiage of how you talk. You can use it to get ideas, but not to just completely just use what it spits out to you. And also, if you're going to use it as well, you need to make sure you're getting in front of the right audiences. So it's not
Yeah.
going out to wrong
To the
people,
wrong people, right?
the wrong messaging. That's my thoughts on that.
It's funny. Peter said
Yeah,
it's impersonal.
yeah, it is.
It can be. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, it can be. Definitely,
I totally
definitely.
agree. Funny.
But what I was explaining earlier too, by the way, with you all is I was talking about the investments of the software we use, and the reason for that because I want to tell you the difference between that and paid advertising. So,
Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah.
so the
You
LinkedIn
I
system,
know, but they might
yeah.
not know.
So the LinkedIn auto, let's say we was to use the LinkedIn automated system to consistently make connections, and let's say you're looking to book calls, build relationships. Eventually, if this is a person you can serve in terms of your product and service, you can really help them. You bring them on as a client, right? So with the LinkedIn system we use is $99 investment a month for sales nav, 75 a month for the automation connection software. And if we use the CRM for automated emails and texts, it's around 179, excuse me, 149 a month because we used to be on another plan. It's 149 a month, right? So you can add those up. That's what it is. Think about your particular service offering a product on here. What is the price point of it? And how many clients would you need to take care of that overhead monthly and be profitable? If you offer a premium price product or service, you might only need one, right?
I'm about to say one. If it's a high ticket, I was about to say one.
Yeah,
One client.
yeah. And for you all on Facebook, we have a system for Facebook as well. So I'm not gonna go through the whole system with Facebook. I would just say when I was talking earlier about joining those Facebook groups and communities, if it's a group that does not mind you networking in the group, yes, we have a system that can automate connection messages on Facebook as well. And it's the same thing. If they respond, automation stop. A human has to take it from there and build a real relationship. And if you believe the conversation needs to go from online to offline, that's what you have to do on your own. Okay. If they don't respond to connections, automated follow-ups as well go out 4 or 5 days. We have a similar system on Facebook as well that does the same thing. Okay. But I even tell you this, with the Facebook automation platform that we use, in the Facebook automation platform, it just doesn't do automations. It has some other components to it as well that helps out with growing your business on Facebook. But the software we use for Facebook is around $152 a month. Okay. So you just look at that investment per month. That's organic. Okay. That's if you want to leverage automation organically. Okay. If you don't want to leverage automation, you don't have to really spend any money organically. But that's if you want
time. It'll just be more time involved.
Yeah, it's just more time if you don't want to leverage automation. That's it. If you got time, you good. Okay.
They didn't say it only takes one on LinkedIn. Correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, especially if you have a high ticket, a higher ticket product or service. It just makes sense. Be extremely profitable. Extremely profitable. Now, here's the thing here. Also, when it comes to automating your lead gen in 2024, if you are leveraging automation, what you can do as well is if you have a process that's validated, meaning you're booking calls yourself online, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, you can actually plug in what we call an appointment setter into your business. Appointment setter. What the appointment setter would do, it will manage your conversations for you in the LinkedIn inbox. Okay. And for those they feel your company can help, they'll actually book discovery calls for you. And those discovery calls are typically to build, of course, deeper rapport with that potential client of yours or prospect or what have you. And then if it's a fit to potentially work together, they'll set them into a second call, which is typically with yourself, which can be like a strategy session, consultation, sales call, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And now all you're doing is speaking to qualified leads. Okay. Appointment setters typically are commission based. Some of them are paid based off of hitting certain KPIs per month, but it's typically commission based, anywhere from 3 to 10%. A deal or a setter is typically compensated. Okay. 3 to 10% every deal that's closed. And some people do, and some companies do pay base as well, based off of certain KPIs being hit by the appointment setter on top of commission. I recommend setters over VAs, in my opinion. We've actually worked with both in our company. And I can tell you, if you get a great appointment setter or a couple of great appointment setters in your business that really speak great English, if you're over here in the United States, okay, if you're in another country, then whatever country you're in, they speak that fluently. Also, as well, they have some experience in terms of appointment setting. They're coachable, teachable, willing to learn, and got great work ethic. It's typically a better deal because they're typically compensated off what they bring in terms of business, the business they generate, versus virtual assistants are typically paid hourly no matter what they produce. Okay. That's the difference. So that's something I would share with you all this evening. Okay. Now, but do we have any other questions before we talk about paid advertising?
It's good to know. Any questions, folks? I see y'all still hanging on. Y'all must be getting some value. Make sure y'all drop us some love on whatever platform you're on. If you're on Facebook or if you're on LinkedIn, drop us some love, please, ladies and gentlemen. I see y'all hanging on, so y'all getting some juicy nuggets. Any more questions, ladies and gentlemen? Any questions?
And if you're getting value too, make sure you hit the like or love button on this live stream as well. Yes, if you're getting something out of it, hit some ones in that chat for us. This is the Rise of the 1% live stream this evening. Also, feel free to share this around with anyone else you feel could benefit as well, especially if you're on LinkedIn, not necessarily the Facebook group, but if you're on LinkedIn. In the Facebook group, feel free to invite more people to the Facebook group that can use this information.
We do have a question, and it's actually Dana that asked this.
Do we have any recommendations on appointment setter companies? Yes, you know who? Who asked this?
Dana Bond.
Dana, I would say, yeah. This is the recommendation. Yeah.
Oh, you funny. That boy there.
No, literally though. I know it may sound biased. I'm just letting you know, like seriously. Us, the Rise of the 1%. Charliette actually could connect with you about it as well.
Yeah. The one.
We have a team that literally will fill your calendar. And we can show results the whole nine. Yeah, connect with us. The Rise of the 1%. Connect with us. Yeah, we can help you with that.
He laughing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Funny. We gonna get it done.
Appointment setters are big, though. I'm telling you, appointment setters. Yeah. Like if you're a founder of your company, you really want to become a CEO this year. You want to get to a place where you can delegate certain parts of your business. Right. So a setter actually can free up your time from having a prospect or manage conversations in the DM, having to qualify leads. Okay, Valencia, we got to talk then. Yeah, we definitely got to talk. We ain't talked in a while as well. So I tell you,
okay.
Yeah. Let's definitely have a conversation about it. Appointment setters, they free up your time, like I say, especially if they already have some experience in terms of appointment setting. Mm-hmm. They're willing to be coachable. They can align with your offer. That's another thing too. They have to align with your offer.
Yes.
Okay. So they have to align with what you're offering. And they got some great work ethic. They're hungry. And also they know they are going to be joining the actual real organization, family. They align with your mission, your vision, your core values of your organization, and what you're all setting out for. And as well, it's treated like an actual opportunity for them where they can actually grow within your company over time. So for instance, setters can eventually become closers in your organization. And you can always hire more setters except for the closers. They have to have a growth path to know this is actually an opportunity. I'm not just being treated just as an SDR, right? Or appointment setter.
Or employee.
Like an employee. Like I'm really a part of a team or organization that's really growing. And it's a growth path for me as well. So if I start off at SDR, which is an appointment setter, sales development rep, is room. If I do well at this position, I'm setting the quality appointments, you're getting deals and clients that you can work with. It's room for me to eventually become a closer.
Right.
And maybe from a closer, eventually maybe becoming a sales manager or what have you, in terms of sales leadership. Like it has to be a growth path, things of that nature. So, we can definitely have a conversation about it, you all. Definitely can. Okay. So we talked about organic. For you all that missed the first part, you can always go back and watch it. We already talked about the organic stuff. Now what we're going to do is talk about paid advertising. So with paid advertising, and I can tell you all this, I managed hundreds of thousands of dollars in ad spend for clients over the years in terms of paid ads online. When we ran a digital marketing agency for 4.5 years. So I'm gonna tell you the key components. First of all, making paid advertising successful if that's where you want to go. Now we just shared with you all a lot of organic strategies. I would say it's even more organic things you could do too. But we shared with you all the organic strategies we have for this evening, I should say. And with those strategies alone, a business could scale up to 20K, 30, 40, 50K even we've seen some companies go to 100K plus a month with what we just shared with you all in terms of just those organic strategies. Now, with paid ads, typically to make paid ads work, for those that say, well, I spent money on paid ads before, it didn't work, whether it was Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google AdWords, LinkedIn ads, any of these platforms. The first thing that you definitely have to have is you have to have, if you're selling a high ticket, let's say you're selling a high ticket product or service, because that's a lot of the business owners that we work with typically. You need to have a great, you want to write this down or take note of this, a great video sales letter.
Okay.
Some people call it a VSL. I see people attempting to still send traffic to automated webinar funnels and stuff like that in 2024. I can tell you VSLs are where they're at. If you don't know what a VSL or video sales letter is, pretty much a sales letter put in video. So typically what a video sales letter does, it speaks to the pains, problems, frustrations of your market. You give some solutions. You show some proof of concept that you've helped people solve their problems. And then typically at the end, you say, hey, if you want more help with solving this problem, work with myself or work with myself and my team, click the button below the video and schedule a call. That's what a VSL typically looks like in what we call a funnel. You have to have a very great VSL. So you either have to be great at copywriting yourself, or you have to get someone to help you write a VSL that's great at copywriting. And copywriting is not a skill set you can develop overnight. It takes time to really get great at writing great sales copy. So you either have to be great at copywriting yourself, or you have to be willing to hire copywriting. Hiring copywriters it's a bit of an investment. So this is why a lot of times we tell people it's better to focus on those organic strategies we talked about in the beginning of the live stream versus diving directly into paid advertising if you're not there yet. You really need to be at 5 figures, multiple 5 figures plus in revenue a month before diving into paid ads, from what I've seen consistently. So you have to have a great VSL, and it has to be in what we call a funnel. The funnel as well has to be all the way tight. That landing page or opt-in page that typically is at the top of the funnel for people to opt into to watch the video sales letter, that has to be on point. So the headline to really draw people in, to want to either opt in with, let's say, name, email, phone number on that opt-in page, to go over and take a look at your VSL, that headline has to really be able to draw the people in. And that takes copywriting skills. And even writing the bullet points on what they're going to get by opting in, let's say, to watch the VSL. All that has to be structured tight to, of course, as well in the funnel. After they watch the VSL, if they want to book a call, it's typically a link below to book a call. So they book the call, they typically go over to your calendar. On that calendar, you typically will have some survey questions that they would need to fill out. Okay. That can actually just give you more information on them, where they at, things they're looking to accomplish, or whatever you need prior to actually doing, let's say, a strategy session or sales call with them. Whatever information you need to be in that form, they fill it out, and then also they go on and book the time to speak to you. And once they book the time to speak to you, typically you want to have them redirected over to what we call a success page. And on that success page, it's basically congratulating them on booking their call. Is telling them as well how they want to show up to the call for you to do the call. And then typically, if you have like case studies, results, and success stories from clients, you will have those on the success page as well. They can view them before they get on the call with you. So this is a whole entire funnel you have to have. Whether you're going to have it set up in clip funnels, you're going to have it set up in Go High Level, whatever software you're using. But this is typically what the funnel will look like if you're looking to run paid ads and you offer a high ticket product or service. If you're a coach, consultant, course creator, service-based business provider. So sorry I missed most of the event. Will it be available archived? I'll let Charlotte answer.
Yes, you'll be able, Leah Jean, you can watch it for a short period of time. And then the replay will be in our Facebook group.
Yep. So let me tell you all this. You all just heard everything that has to go in that funnel, right? To run paid ads officially for a high ticket product or service as a coach, consultant, course creator, service-based business provider. You all just heard. This works. I can show you all results of us running paid ads for our own company and using that same funnel that I just explained to you all. And we help many of our clients put the same funnel in place too, for those that are ready for paid ads. Most of our clients start off not running any paid ads. We want to get you to 20K plus a month without paid ads. But for those that are ready, that is the funnel that you use. Now, if you use the organic automated outreach system that I was talking about, you don't need that whole entire funnel. Really, all you need is a value video or a website, something that they can view before they hop on a strategy session call or a sales call with you. That's all you need if you're using like the automated organic outreach system I was talking about. That's all you need. You don't need that entire funnel I just said. But if you're going to run paid ads, you're going to need that entire funnel. And you're also going to have contingency on the back end for those that opt into the funnel, watch the VSL, but don't book the call. Now you got to have those automated emails on the back end going out to them. You got to build out those email sequences. Or if you're going to use automated SMS messages, you got to have those on the back end. So you got to write those up too, or have a great copywriter who can help you write those. All this comes into the work with running paid ads.
That's a lot.
A lot come with it. And that's just the first part.
He said, this is the first part.
That's just the first part. I'm just telling you, I'm not opposed to paid advertising. Like I say, we use it. You use it for scale. But what I'm saying is, if you're not at that place in your business yet, I'm just telling you what comes with it. So you can know, hey, I may need to focus in. If I'm not ready for paid, I may need to focus on the organic side before I go here. But I'm just still prepping you for what it takes. So yes, that's literally how that funnel looks. And now with appointment setters, what you can actually do as well, that will help lower a little bit of ad costs. And I'm going to get into the ad costs in a minute. But what help you lower ad costs is by plugging appointment setters in. And I know we had a couple of people asking us about getting appointment setters on here. We're going to connect with you and see if we can help you. Having appointment setters these days, if you run paid ads, what can help you as well with your return on ad spend and being profitable if you're running ads is for those that visit your opt-in page, let's say for a VSL, and they opt in, and let's say they watch the VSL and they don't book a call, your appointment setters, you can have them pick up the phone and call all those leads and attempt to book as many of them they can into calls. And even if they don't respond to the appointment setter's phone call, they still get the automated emails and SMS messages on the back end of the funnel. So that's something you can do in terms of that. Now, that's just the first step of paid advertising. The next step is you have to create the ads. I can tell you this.
Dang.
A lot of people struggle with creating great ads. You got to have a great ad, you all. Okay. If you're on Facebook, I mean, I have a client right now that, a lot of our clients right now, most of them right now are not running paid advertising right at this moment. Most of them are using our organic methods. Because like I said, you can get to 20, 30, 40, 50, 100K plus a month of revenue without paid ads if you choose to. Gotcha, Valencia. Gotcha. We'll definitely connect soon.
Yeah, we'll connect soon, Valencia.
Yeah, we'll definitely connect. But what I was saying was, if you're going to run paid ads, you got to have a great ad. So if it's on Facebook, like one of our clients right now, we're generating him leads every day from Facebook ads. He has more of a lower ticket type offer, but like we're running his ads, and yeah, video is very effective on Facebook ads. It's very effective for Instagram ads. Of course, YouTube, you have to use video. Okay. So I know those platforms in terms of ads, I would say video is where it's at in 2024. So you got to be able to get in front of the camera, and you as well have to have great messaging in the ad to really draw in those ideal clients. So you got to, once again, be great at copywriting. Okay. And if you're on Facebook, it's about what you say in the ad and also the post text of the ad. YouTube is just about what's said in the ad because it's all video. Typically in-stream ads. You know, when you all are watching YouTube and the ad pops up and at the bottom it says you can skip the ad, those are in-stream ads. Okay. So for YouTube, you have to just be great at writing a good video ad. And not only that, the ad has to be very exciting. It can't be boring. So you got to be good at, you know, you want to really, if you're going to do video ads, you got to know how to add B-roll in there, you know, edit, or you have to hire somebody to do it, to put like some B-roll in there, do some editing, make it exciting. Okay, so that's what all comes with putting together a video ad. Now, Facebook and Instagram, you can run image ads too, but like I said, I see video just doing a whole lot better. So that's the second part. The next thing, which I'm not going to speak a lot of time on this, but you have to have a great offer. You have to have a great offer. If you have an offer that's not really compelling, or a lot of people really don't want, or it's not as exciting in the ad, they're not going to click through the ad to take you up on whatever you're offering in the ad. It has to be a great offer that your audience really wants. So here's the thing. How do you know if you got a great offer? You sold it many times before you ran paid ads. You sold it many times before you ran paid ads. That's how you know if you have a good offer. So what a lot of people do, a validated offer. Exactly, Charliette. So what a lot of people do, they haven't even validated their offer organically yet, and they'll go straight to paid ads, and they're not really getting the click-throughs on the ad, or people going to opt into the funnel, or people scheduling calls, or whatever it is. And a lot of times it's because you haven't validated the offer organically. See, organically, you can take time to validate the offer because you're either generating leads for free, using the free methods we talked about at the beginning of the live, or if you invest a little bit in terms of using some automation organically, it's still not a big investment. So you can make tweaks to things based off market feedback on your offer before you really go make the big investment into paid advertising. So you want to validate your offer first, because offer is one of the biggest things as well in terms of making paid advertising work. If that offer doesn't resonate with that audience, or it hasn't been resonating, your ads are going to tank. And then the last thing I speak on is you have to get in front of the right audiences, which is that typically takes market research in terms of your targeting. Those are the keys. Outside of that, you just gotta, know how to set up the ads. But that's really about it. Those are the processes. But as you can see, it's different moving parts to really making that work. And another thing too, if you're selling a high ticket product or service, and you really want your ad spend to really make sense, and you really want the lead flow coming in, being that everything I just spoke on is tight, and you really want the lead flow coming in, you really want call bookings coming in daily, be landing clients weekly to eventually even get into daily, you need to be ready to put up a budget of $120 to $160 per day. Okay?
Woo, Lordy.
Yeah. That's why I tell people to focus on organic before going paid ads. You're talking about anywhere from you're talking about anywhere from $3,600 to $4,800 a month. Okay, That's what I've seen. If you're selling high ticket. Yeah, if you're selling high ticket in the industries that I mentioned, which is coaching, consultant, course creators, service-based business, that's what you're looking at.
At minimum.
Absolutely.
Woo.
And at times I've seen CPAs in terms of the cost to acquire a client in today's time on high ticket products and services, maybe $1,000 to $1,500. So that's why you want to definitely have a premium price to product and service. So cost to acquire a client is around typically $1,000 to $1,500 in today's time in 2024. Now compare that to what I shared in terms of the automated organic system, that investment per month. You see what I'm saying? It's totally different.
It makes so much sense. It makes so much sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Absolutely.
All I got to say is just wow. All I got to say is wow. Shoot, if y'all get some value, make sure y'all drop some comments, show us some love on the platform that you're on. Y'all got some value. I can tell y'all got some value because y'all was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell y'all got some value. Y'all drop us some love, get us some comments. Let us know, like, value. You got value, drop some value.
And I want to share this too. Typically, with that ad spend that I was saying, what I've seen the most, you probably get around 2 to 3 quality calls booked a day, by the way. So you'll need to know your sales conversions. How many qualified leads typically does it take for you to get a high value client? How you get those numbers is by doing it organically first. That's how you get those numbers. So with the 120 to 160 a day, that's what we've seen. Being that you have everything that I share in place and it's all tight, you can average around 2 to 3 qualified sales calls into your calendar a day, right, with those numbers. So you'll need to know, of course, your numbers. Okay, and you get your numbers through doing it organically first. That's how you know your numbers and how that will make sense in terms of return on the ad spend and being profitable. Okay, so what I would say here is if you're not currently at 5 figures or multiple 5 figures a month, this is a conclusion of this conversation, focusing on the organic strategies first. Now, if you're at 5 figures or multiple 5 figures a month and you want to dive into paid media, feel free to do it. Long as you got everything that I mentioned in place. And it's tight.
Dayton said he got some gems.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that's high.
Yeah.
Oh, funny. That is funny to me. This is awesome stuff, y'all. I can see y'all get some value out of this one. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Love it, y'all. Well, y'all did y'all have like any questions or anything? Did anybody have like any additional questions? I know we got a lot of value tonight. I could tell. Does anybody have any questions about anything about their specific situation or anything of that nature that they would like to ask Gerald? Because he'll know. I'm trying to tell y'all. He know both ends. The comparison. Mm-hmm. He understands. He knows both ends.
Yeah.
And as well as the sales aspect too as well.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All righty, y'all. I don't see any more questions popping up, but this was a great conversation, y'all. This was a great conversation. I'm glad that y'all hopped on and got like some value because I can see that, you know, a lot of you guys got a lot of questions and stuff that y'all had answered tonight.
Yep. And I would just add, like the thing is, this conversation wasn't the down paid media at all. Like I said, we leverage it on side of having organic solid. I would say though, like just make sure, like I say, you have the company revenue coming in per month, and you have as well all those things I talked about tight. But paid ads are great for scaling. I would definitely say that, being you have all the other stuff in the infrastructure tight that I spoke on. So just really keep that in mind. And it does save you time as well. But you gotta start from somewhere first and know where to start, which is I would recommend if you ain't at 10, 20K plus a month already in company rev, start with those organic strategies first. What about SEO on your website?
And that's Dana that ass.
Yeah, I mean SEO, search engine optimization. I mean it's definitely great to have in terms of your website, in terms of specific keywords going through your website that rank on Google that your particular audience actually would be searching for on Google. It's just the thing about SEO. Yeah, it's great to have your site set up to be SEO optimized. Also, as well, to consistently rank on Google, when it comes to your site, you have to get into like blogging, like
Okay.
blogs or even vlogs that have specific keywords through them that your audience will be actually searching on like a Google, for instance. Google's not the only search engine, but I'm just using it as an example. Yeah, so that's the thing about it. In terms of like really making it work, you have to be consistent at actually putting content on the site as well.
So
And
you
doing
saying
your
that
research and doing your research for certain keywords that are work ranking.
said he heard about it, but he never really understood how it worked.
Yeah, and what I've observed with that in the past, it typically takes most people that, like I say, they have their website SEO optimized to even consistently putting content on the site to rank, like for specific blog posts or articles or blogs and things of that nature that they're ranking for. It typically takes around about 6 months to really build up authority. Yeah. So I'll tell you that right there. You have to, like I say, be consistent with the content as well. How does one evaluate service like consulting or career coaching? Do you mean like value? How does one value a service like consulting or career coaching?
Or validate.
Or that too?
Validate.
Yeah, I'm just making sure we understand your question. Yeah, we actually have a client that actually just started working with us, Cindy Charliette, who's in career coaching, by the way.
Target market is definitely on LinkedIn. Those people are always looking for stuff like that on LinkedIn.
Okay, she says set fees.
Oh, set fees. Okay.
Yeah, so she's talking about value. How do you
Yeah,
value a
the
service?
value. You value your services. Gotcha.
Yeah, so how I always look at value in the services is really look at the transformation and the outcome that your potential clients are going to get by going through, let's say, your career coaching program. And what is that worth to them over the lifetime of them getting the transformation and outcome they're looking for from your career coaching? What would that be worth to them? What would that be worth to them? And we typically encourage going with more of a one-off pricing model. I know it's people out here like charging hourly and stuff, and we was actually talking to one of our clients about this the other day that's actually in career coaching. A lot of them like to charge hourly and stuff like this, or the lower ticket type prices. I would recommend a lot of times if you want to be able to offer the most value to your clients, the most time to your clients to help them with getting the outcome, whether that's helping them with getting some type of job, some type of career, right? Or the way that they communicate with their managers and things of that nature, to be able to get promotions and stuff like that. Whatever you may be helping them with in terms of career coach, I'm just naming a couple of things that I know career coaches do. You really want to look at it like, what would it be valued to them over the lifetime of me helping them get the desired outcome they want? And as well, when I price as well, I want to be able to give them as much value and as much of my time as possible so that they really get the results. And a lot of times too, clients take a process a lot more serious when they have skin in the game, a lot more skin in the game than those that don't. They take the process a lot more serious. They'll take the program a lot more serious. So I'm gonna tell you this. I mean, I'm just throwing this out there. I'm not saying this has to be your pricing. I recommend a lot of times if you are looking to go maybe the premium pricing model, start off at a minimum of $3K. That's what I would say, minimum. Yeah. But you have to look at it based off everything that I just shared.
Yeah, I mean, that's if your career coaching can double somebody's salary, shoot, that's life changing.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's how you have to look at it. Yeah.
Right. That's based off the outcome, you can literally change your life. Yeah. That literally changes people literally like lives. Like people can like move to different places that they wanting to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No problem. Yep.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Charge what the transformation is.
Yeah.
She said, thank you so much.
No problem. No problem.
Good conversation, y'all. Good conversation tonight. Yeah, I see y'all getting a lot of value out of this one. A lot of value.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was great.
Yeah. Any more questions on Facebook or LinkedIn or either platform? Don't be shy.
And what I would say as well, for any of you all this year that are tuned in or watching a replay or what have you, or even if you know other entrepreneurs that this can apply to, if you're looking to really just remove lead generation off your plate this year in 2024, you're like, you know what? I don't want to have to deal with lead generation this year. I want to completely automate it. You don't even have to worry about lead gen this year. And depending on where you are in your business, we eventually can help you as well remove the client acquisition off your plate, which is doing sales as a whole and just really focusing in as a CEO of your company, focusing in on your zone of genius, which is, of course, fulfilling the best product or service for your clients and other high-value tasks in terms of your company, and just even having more time to do the things you really want to do. If you really want to have a discussion about that, no problem. Look forward to connecting as well. You can book a call right there at that link that Charliette as well has on the screen, theriseofthe1%.com/strategy call. Basically, we'll just get on the call. I found out a little bit more about you, your business, where you at, what you're looking to accomplish. And if there's any way that we potentially can help you, then we can have a discussion about that. Or even if it's some resources we can share with you that can help you, or even if we maybe refer to someone to you that maybe potentially can help you. If it's not us, then we'll do that. And you actually can book a call there as well. Yeah.
Awesome stuff tonight, y'all. This was good. This was good. I know y'all got a lot of value out of this. I'll actually learn something tonight.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Awesome stuff, y'all. Awesome stuff. Well, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in tonight. This has been a great conversation. Guys, I will be reaching out to you guys too as well to make sure that we get connected and things of that nature too. And I will also drop that link in the chat too as well once we get off this live stream too tonight in both platforms so people can have that information. Hold on, there's one more.
So as a career and life coach, the lines are blurred. Life coaching clients often need work with their careers and vice versa. That's true.
True.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
That's even more.
I would say though, however you gonna, I would say though, however you gonna identify yourself, just go with that one though. So if it's gonna be a career coach, I would just say I'm a career coach. But of course, you're still helping them with different parts of their life. If you're gonna be a life coach, just call yourself that or something around that, because there's a lot of people calling themselves life coaches just these days. Something around that as well, and you still help them with different parts of their career or different areas of their career. So whichever one it's going to be, I would just recommend go with that. But of course, you know the outcome that you're setting for and what you're helping them with.
Great question, though. Definitely great question.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome stuff tonight, y'all. Awesomeness. Awesomeness.
Yep.
Do we have any more questions, ladies and gents? Any more questions? All right, then, LinkedIn family and Facebook family. Thank y'all for hopping on. We do appreciate it. And again, like Gerald mentioned, if you're on LinkedIn, share this video to anybody you think it can benefit. Of
Yep.
course, on Facebook, it is a little different. You have to invite people to group for them to be able to see this content if you're listening and you're tuning in on Facebook. So just FYI.
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
All right, y'all, we gonna sign off for guys again, and thank you so much. We'll be back again actually next week talking about some more juicy topics.
Yeah.
So guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have
All
a good
right.
night.
Yep. Good night.